and M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Ravens. So a heck of a start to this, and we haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early run and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They'll drop to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the Ravens are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's got his big tight end here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner, and in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability, and this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run here with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They go play action with Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. He'll get this off to Etienne. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Well, this defense for the Ravens, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've been off to the races already, a 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. $17-0 our score after 1. Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. 7 yards the pick up there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Second and 14. Throw left side, going to be caught by Shenault. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he will have a Jaguars first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Four yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Henry here. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They go play action now. Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Shepard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. One more time with Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will bring this back. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going up top. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Shepard. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. It's a big play there for Baltimore. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Baltimore. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw here. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They'll try and throw for it here. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Jackson. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They run. Robinson. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Robinson. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jalen Smith. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll set up to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And boom, oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 42 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
50 yards on the ground for him so far.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Eluding the pressure right. And Chark hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Chark's got it, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now Pollard. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise.
Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll try